Now, travel bans and lockdowns have hit aviation and tourism hard, with some airlines going bust. Airport bosses around the world are teaming up to try to find a safe way to reopen their hubs for passengers. Let's go to Aaron, who's following all of this for us. And there are sectors that have been taking an absolute hammering, aren't they?
Oh, Maddie, absolutely. You know, we talk a lot about the damage, the huge damage this pandemic is causing the airline industry. Just reminding everybody again that airlines today are flying 90 to 95% less than they were before the crisis. And this unprecedented, huge drop is absolutely clobbering airports around the world, Matthew. In fact, the Global Airport Association tells us, and try to get your head around this number, that this year, 4.6 billion fewer passengers will be passing through airports. And that means airports are not only losing a lot of money from the airlines who pay for their landing and their takeoff slots, but from the huge drop in passengers who typically spend a lot at airports. In fact, airports they're expected to lose around $100 billion just this year alone. Hey, look, let's head straight over to Istanbul and speak to the big boss, the Chief Executive Officer of Istanbul Airport, Kadri Samsonlu. Kadri, always a pleasure to have you with us, my friend. You only opened your shiny new airport around a year ago. It's big. You built the biggest airport in the world from scratch. Right now, you could handle 90 million passengers a year, but given the crisis, you're handling a minute fraction of that. Just tell us, how badly are you suffering? How much are you losing, Kadri?
Aaron, nice to be with you today, and thanks for reserving time to talk to me. Well, I mean, we have very limited repatriation flights, and some cargo flights, like 10, 15 per day, is being carried out. But I mean, in terms of passenger traffic, we almost have none.
Isn't one of you, well, that's what I was going to think, I've been thinking, one of your biggest problems is kind of out of your control. Your airport model is an international hub airport. You rely heavily on international traffic, and we know that international travel at the moment is well, nowhere near in sight. It's going to take a long, long time to see that back up and running.
Well, I mean, we still believe in the hub model because, I mean, we are one of the biggest hubs in the world. And after the corona crisis, we expect smaller airports will suffer more because weaker airlines will go bust. And I'm expecting inevitable consolidation of the sector in the airline sector. And we are running this operation with very low fixed cost for maintaining the infrastructure. These are our advantages. Also, the flagship carrier and the biggest customer of my airport, Turkish Airlines, will be in a more competitive positions in Europe, Middle East, and Asia, because they have a very geographically diversified customer base, and more importantly, due to its fleet and also cost base, which is mainly Turkish lira denominated, I will expect that their competitive power is going to be pretty strong, and more importantly, the hubs are going to be filling the planes better under the very low demand situations like as we face today. And while we consolidate passengers here in Istanbul, we will be able to provide a higher load factor for the carriers. And more importantly, we will still be continuing flying to smaller cities, because P2P, point-to-point routes will be maybe no longer available or with very less frequency.
Indeed. And Kadri, you mentioned the word infrastructure. I want to ask you this. Even as you open your new airport, the plan was always to continue expanding and growing that airport. And in fact, I believe come June the 18th, this June the 18th, you're still going ahead with opening a third runway. And I need to ask you, how are you investing? Why are you investing at this current time when you're losing a lot of money and the traffic and the passenger numbers are really not there to justify expansion?
Well, first of all, we have commitments to the government to finish certain investments, and the third runway is part of it. It's becoming operational on the 18th of June. It's almost done, and also we are pretty hopeful that the recovery of the sector is not going to be as slow as everybody predicted. I mean, currently everybody is very pessimistic because there's no vaccine, medication, or we don't have any evidence that the virus is being mutated. But once a solution is provided, I would expect very strong recovery in the industry. There's a pent-up demand. We see people trying to come to Turkey, see friends, see families, bringing their families for holiday. This is being held, and that's going to come back. Therefore, investments should not stop. We were in the very advanced stage of the investments when the crisis hit us. We finished it, but I'm pretty optimistic about the future of the sector, and all we need is a solution.
Okay, indeed we do, Kadri. Unfortunately, I'm out of time. You know how it works, but we so appreciate your time. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Kadri Samsunlu joining us there, the big boss of Istanbul Airport.